Hi everyone, welcome back for another whiskey review. Still here, going on a journey tonight, trying 6 different whiskeys from Nikka in Japan, and now I've landed on probably my favorite or the one that I've opened probably the most of over the years, the Nikka from the barrel. Now, hopefully you've seen the previous 2 reviews I've recorded tonight, the Nikka Days and the Taketsuru malt. And during the Nikka Days review, I mentioned some of the research I was doing tonight, spending a bit of time on the Nikka website. This is another whiskey which on their website, they themselves have identified as not being approved or having the full approval of the whiskey authority in Japan. And it has this link which says that this does not meet the full criteria of being a Japanese whiskey. For the purpose of these videos, I don't want to go down that path because I tried reading it. I mentioned it during the Nikka Days review. For me, right now, I'm sitting here drinking a Japanese whiskey that's come from Japan. All right, that's how I'm going to leave it. And this being one of the bottles that I've opened many times over the years. I've probably opened 10, 12 of them. I've opened many of them during the tastings when I needed to get a higher ABV, higher alcohol whiskey from Japan, with this being bottled at 51.4% ABV. And look at just the cuteness of this little bottle. I mean, I don't have big hands, or maybe I do, but how small this is. I mean, it's a 500 ml bottle, but I spent a bit of time on the website, and it's supposed to represent the, whatever you call the limited sort of availability, or how small it is in availability and all that kind of stuff. So the theory behind it is, we'll put in a beautiful, clear little bottle. Reasonably dark in color as well. Unlike the Nikka Days and Taketsuru, which were very light in color, this is reasonably, just a notch above. Now, 51.4% ABV. So if you did watch the whiskey reviews that I recorded tonight in my desired sequence, which was watch the Days before, then the Taketsuru, and now the from the barrel. During the review of the pure blended malt, you would have kind of heard me talk about how I would love to see a high ABV of the blended malt, especially because of this amazing spice I found. But obviously they do a whiskey which is a high ABV, but this has got both malt and grain whiskies. The 2 distilleries they own in Japan, from Yoichi and Miyagikyo. I'm just going to butcher the name. I'm really apologizing. But they do a high ABV whiskey, but not all malted whiskey. But that's okay. At least this is available. All right, let's try it on nose first, see what we find. Oh, gentle spice. Just a bit of sharpness on the nose with this one, whereas the other 2 have been very delicate, very light. Right now, sitting here, I'm trying to remember if I've actually already reviewed this whiskey. I don't think I have, because I've reviewed very few Japanese whiskeys. So good. There's a underlying sweetness of honey, but the spice is there. Not in crazy amounts. It's not super peppery, but it's there. You do notice it. And the sharpness from the alcohol is there. Good. All right, let's try it. See what it's like. Sharp. The sharpness of the high ABV. Oh, wow. The sweetness is there. It's not as spicy in the palate as the Taketsuru, but you can hear it, right? That crackling noise. It's good. It's nice. There's a lot of flavor and it's challenging my palate. wow. You can tell, I mean, if you're a big whiskey drinker like me and you've drunk a lot of different whiskey over the years, you can tell the youthness of this whiskey, right? Especially the grain part of it. It's got that little sharpness to it. But the high ABV is kind of balancing it off, you know, it's kind of allowing some of that malted whiskey in it to come forward. All right, I need to have another sip. And somehow, all right, let me have another sip and I'll give you another thought about it. Yeah, the spice and the kind of mandarin kind of sweetness. I don't want to say citrus. I'm not finding citrus, but it's got that juicy mandarin character in and amongst the spice. Really, really nice. And also, I promised myself I was not going to add any water to this whiskey tonight because I'm doing dry January. And I've taken a vow not to put any water in my whiskeys during January. That's how I do dry January. Wow, really good. It's interesting. It's definitely worth trying because there's a distinct lack of whiskeys from Japan at that high ABV, above 43%. You know, very rare to see anything above 43%, especially in New Zealand, but definitely try them once, you know. And I think in New Zealand, it's only $80, $85. So you could add it to your, I guess, collection and share it with some friends. Go on a bit of journey, trying some Japanese whiskey, whiskeys from Japan, whatever you want to call it. But I would definitely recommend it. Definitely recommend trying it once. And there's a good chance you'll fall in love with it. And being reasonably priced, and the fact that it's actually consistently available, you can add it to your daily dram routine or weekly dram or whatever you want to call it, whichever whiskeys you drink the more of. Well, that's all I had to say about this particular whiskey. I hope you'll try it. Definitely worth trying once. And hopefully you fall in love with it. Because I've been opening these bottles for a long time. There's something, I don't know what the word for it is. You know, there's something a bit nice about this particular small bottle. 500 ml. Really nice. All right, I'm going to go. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I'll see you in the very near future with another whiskey review. See you later. Bye-bye.